Hi, welcome to Books with Lexi. In this video, I'm doing a 72-hour weekend vlog. So this weekend is my Patreon readathon. This is for the top 2 tiers, and we are building potatoes. So I'll put the graphic up here so you can see it, but pretty much you have a starter potato, and then you pick between 2 prompts to pick which accessory you want. So the first level is a hat, the second level is a bag, and then the third level is glasses. So whatever prompts you pick determine what potato you end up with, or you pick a potato and then you have a set list of prompts to read from. So a lot of fun, ridiculous, but a great time. So I figured that I would vlog for it. It's actually the second day. I barely read yesterday. I had a lot going on. We had family coming over, so I was doing a lot of cleaning, and for some reason just like couldn't focus on my audiobook while I was doing that. And then we had people over, so I didn't read much. But I did start Voices in the Snow by Darcy Coates. This is my first book for the first prompt. This is for the 5-star author. So this book has been so popular among my friends recently. Like, everyone has been reading it and obsessed with it. So I'm now a third in, and sadly I'm not obsessed, but here's the thing. Okay, so typically I read Darcy Coates books physically because my library doesn't have any for audiobooks or anything, and I decided to get the audiobook for this one just because I'm trying to read a lot this weekend, and I felt no suspense when I was listening to it, which is really weird for her books, especially because everyone has been obsessed with this. So I ended up returning it, and I've only read like maybe 20 pages physically, but I'm enjoying it so much more already. And I was talking to some friends, and Cassidy said that she also feels like the audiobooks remove any suspense from her books. And I've read 2 with audio, and the one is one of my least favorites that I've read, and I thought it was just because I was expecting something else, but I think the audiobook probably did not help with that. So I ended up returning the audiobook, and I'm just going to read it physically, and I'm very happy with this decision. So we are following Claire, and she doesn't remember anything. She wakes up in a stranger's home, and he tells her that she was in an accident. She is snowed in there. She ends up being snowed in, and she's seeing this like weird figure around the house, but he says that they are the only 2 there. So there's some like suspicious things happening. We don't know if we can trust him or like what's going on at the house. I'm very much excited to continue reading this physically. I'm on Patreon sprints right now. Yesterday was fun because we did sprints for the top 2 tiers for the readathon specifically, and some patrons actually joined. So it was really nice getting to meet a couple people face to face. Today is for all patrons, so I'm not doing that, but Kaylee and Rye are with me, and both of them have read and loved this book. So I have to finish this today. So I'm going to be on Patreon sprints for maybe 3 or 4 more hours, and then later I'm going to be on public sprints. So my goal is to finish this on Patreon sprints today and then move on to my second book, which is The Angel Maker. I'm going to get back to reading. This readathon is over now, but I will have my Patreon linked if you are interested. We do a lot of fun things, and readathons will be happening on Patreon throughout the year. So I'll talk to you once I'm 2/3 into Voices in the Snow. It is 9:30 at night, and I'm still reading this book. I barely read on sprints. I did other important things, like turn Teddy into a potato for this readathon. Here's a picture. I don't know why I'm like this, but I'm now 2/3 into Voices in the Snow. I will finish this tonight. I'm so glad that I switched to reading it physically. It is taking me longer because like my concentration is absolutely non-existent, but the reading experience is so much more enjoyable for me. I'm feeling the suspense. Like, things are happening now. Like, we just found out some things that like the main character couldn't remember. I'm so excited. I have some theories. I think I can't say, but that would be interesting. Watch me be completely wrong. So yeah, I'm really enjoying this. I have some questions, but I'm sure they will be answered. Well, probably not all in this one. It's a 4-book series, which I don't love because I want all the answers now, but it's okay. I think I'm going to wait to read the other ones for Realmathon because I heard they're hybrid genres, so I can read them and get extra points. So yeah, I'm really glad that I switched to reading this physically. I will finish it tonight if I have to stay up forever. But I'm really worried about finishing this readathon. So if we're being honest, this might get pushed into Monday or Tuesday, depending on things, because I do want to finish the 3 books for this vlog, because the other 2 are from my TBR game, and I'm trying to actually read the books from that for once. So I'm gonna go finish this. I'm really excited, very much looking forward to it, so I'll talk to you later. I have finished Voices in the Snow. Look at me completing my first book at the very end of day 2. It is 9 minutes until midnight, so I'm very behind, like extremely behind. So I think I'm gonna give this one 4 stars. I really liked it. I think that there might have been too much hype around it. I was expecting things to be like super shocking, and while I enjoyed the twists, it wasn't like mind-boggling for me like it was with a lot of people. I did suspect something, kind of. I mean, I wasn't completely correct. And I also really struggle with series a lot of the time, especially the first in the series, so I can see this getting even better as it continues. I know Rye just finished this series and she said she liked 2 and 3 the most. I definitely will be continuing. I do plan on reading the other 3 probably in April. So I'm really glad I read this. I'm glad that I enjoyed it, especially because so many people recently have been loving this. I think maybe I could have liked it a little more if I would not have listened to the first 100 pages. I'm not upset, but I know I'm not going to listen to her audiobooks in the future. I honestly don't know if I'm going to read anymore tonight. I have a couple things I need to do. Sprints are over in 6 minutes, and then I'm probably going to go to bed because I need to get up and shower before Bree sprints tomorrow. I need to film tomorrow, edit, post a video, so there's no way I'm going to get both of these books done tomorrow, but I'm hoping, since I'll be on sprints all day, that I can read all of The Angel Maker and then start and make good progress on Good Girls Lie and then finish it on Monday. So that's my update. Day 2 of Taterthon is over. Here's my current potato, and I'll see you tomorrow. Hello, sorry about the weird lighting. It's really dark out today. So I am now 25% into The Angel Maker by Alex North, and I'm actually going to DNF it. I just don't care about anything. So I really did not love The Whisper Man whenever I read it. I mean, I thought it was okay, but it definitely wasn't anything special to me, and a lot of people liked it. And I have not read The Shadows, but I picked this one up, and we are following Katie, and her little brother was like violently attacked by a stranger. So that happened in the past, and we are following her in the present, and she is married and has a kid, and she gets a call from her mother saying that her brother is missing and needs her help. And then we are also following a different case, and everything kind of leads back to the initial case that happened to Katie's brother, Chris. I think that the idea was interesting, and I thought it was fine, and then it switched to part 2, and then I just like really stopped caring about everything. And I think that was where it was focusing more on the other case to like tie everything together. But I think there's just something about Alex North's writing that like, it's not that I think is like, I don't think it's bad, but it just like doesn't lead to my favorite stories. And I'm at the point where if I'm not really into a book, like at the beginning, I'm not going to be into it the whole time. I think this is in 3rd person as well, which I don't really love. In thrillers, I think I really prefer 1st person. So there were just like a couple things with this that didn't work for me. So I am just not going to finish reading it. I am, however, going to count this for the purposes of the readathon. So this was for the prompt that was a cover without buildings, I believe. So that is being counted for this prompt, and I'm going to move on to the 3rd prompt. So now I have my little hat and bag. Here's the picture. I will be finishing with the backlist book, and I'm going to be reading Good Girls Lie. So I'm going to start with that now. Is it multiple days later? Yes. But we're not talking about it. I'm 36% into Good Girls Lie by J.T. Ellison. I'm not as into this one as I was my other book that I've read from this author. I feel like I liked the other one because there was a lot of like drama, and this one, while I think there's supposed to be a lot of drama, it just doesn't feel as interesting to me. We're following a bunch of high school girls. They are at a prep school, and we are just witnessing the drama that goes with that. This book is not YA, but it's a lot of the reasons why I don't like YA. I don't care about the, like, I guess, politics of cliques and, like, drama within like friend groups and stuff in high school usually. So that's what a lot of this book is. But then there's also some interesting stuff on top of it with her past and also some side characters. So I am enjoying it, but it's definitely not the perfect book for me. And like the back does say that it is a prep school for girls like getting ready for college, but I don't know. I thought I still would be okay with it because this is adult. So it's feeling probably like 3 stars at this point. It could end up being 4, but right now I'm thinking 3, which isn't bad, but this is a huge book, so I wish I was liking it just a little bit more. So that's it for now. It is multiple days later. I failed my readathon, so this is not a 72-hour vlog, but I'm gonna finish all of the prompts so I can get my own little potato. So that is this. I'll talk to you later. I am at 2/3 into, what is this? Good Girls Lie. I really just almost said the completely wrong title. This is fine. Every once in a while an interesting thing happens, but generally it's just a bunch of like high school girls being high school girls, and that's it. I'm definitely not loving it. I was way more into the other book that I've read from this author. That one was more fun for me. Both are like, I guess, drama filled, but this is drama I don't care about. And normally I'm into rich people drama, but like that's not completely what this is. So I'm kind of just bummed. I don't really have a lot to say. Like whenever something is revealed, like I'm like, it's not something I was specifically expecting, but I'm also not trying to predict anything because I'm not that into it. I think I just had higher hopes for this one, but I'm gonna finish it and I'll talk to you later. Hello, sorry for the weird angle, but I don't know what I did with... Oh, now I find it. I couldn't find my little mini tripod thing, and then as soon as I am filming at this odd angle, I see it. Anyway, I have finished Good Girls Lie, and I think I'm going to give this 3 stars. I definitely did not like this as much as the other book I've read by J.T. Ellison. If you like floppy paperbacks, this is a good one for you. In case anyone was wondering, this was my favorite book size. If I have a paperback, I want it to be this like oversized one. Very important information for you. So I think this is going to be 3 stars, mostly because of personal taste. I don't like a lot of YA because I don't really care about high school drama with like the bullying and stuff that goes along with that. And this is not YA, but all of the characters are in high school, and there's like these secret societies, and like not cool ones. We don't see any of the secret society stuff other than the hazing. So it was just like extreme bullying, and I'm like, I do not care about this. I think that there were some fun twists in here, so like maybe 3.5 stars for this, but I think that the twists weren't enough to make up for the fact that a lot of the things happening in this book were just things that I personally don't really want to read about. So I don't think it's bad at all. I think if this book sounds interesting to you and you are fine with like that kind of drama, like high school girls being mean to each other, I think this is a good one. I still will read more from this author. I'm really, really excited about her new one that came out. It's One of Us, I think. It's like a blue and green cover. I think it's actually on the way to me from the library right now, so that is exciting. I did really like the twists in here. I thought it was fun, but for my personal taste, this was not my favorite. Also, I 100% think this was too long. I think if you're into the drama that's happening, then maybe it'll be fine. But this audiobook was 12 hours long, and I don't think the story needed to be 12 hours. I'm looking at the book over there of hers that I own, and it does look to be around the same size. So maybe she just really likes to write long books, and good for her. So I have finished all of the books for this readathon. Yes, this was supposed to be a 72-hour readathon. No, I absolutely did not complete it in 72 hours, but it's okay. I'm still excited to have my final potato. So I started off picking the sun hat. I went with the 5-star author prompt of the 2, and I read Voices in the Snow by Darcy Coates, and this was 4 stars. Then, even though I DNF'd this, I'm still counting it. I moved on to a cover without buildings to get this potato, and for that I read some of The Angel Maker by Alex North. I did DNF this at 25% in because I just personally did not care, but I'm still counting it. And then I went with a backlist book, and I read Good Girls Lie by J.T. Ellison, and I'm giving this 3 stars. So overall, this was not successful really in any way. I didn't love any of these. I did really like Voices in the Snow, and I'm glad I read that for this, and I will continue. So that was a success. I honestly don't think I'm going to read anything else by Alex North. I didn't love The Whisper Man, and I just didn't care about this one, so I think I might not vibe with his writing. And then even though I didn't really like Good Girls Lie, I will be reading more from J.T. Ellison in the future. I'd love to know if you've read any of these books and what you thought of them. And also, here's the graphic again. Let me know which one was your favorite final potato. If you're looking to find me in other places on the internet, all links are in the description, including my Bookstagram, my Storygraph, and my Patreon. I hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you so much for hanging out with me, and I hope to see you in my next one. Bye!